What is going on, everybody? Back at it again with another YouTube video. And today, we're going to be talking about, the NFL draft and also some needs that the Eagles definitely, obviously need to get before the season starts. And I think even before the draft. So, right before I hit record, free agent wide receiver Robby Anderson and free agent wide receiver Phillip Dorsett go to teams. Robby Anderson goes to the Carolina Panthers on a 2-year, $20 million deal. And Phillip Dorsett goes to Seattle. And I don't know the price and the numbers on that one. I think Robby Anderson would have been a good fit for this team. But, they didn't want to really pay too much for him. I would have paid him $10 million a year for, 2 years. He wanted 16. You're getting 12 less dollars. You're getting 12 million less if you would have signed him to this deal that Carolina got him for. So, losing out on a receiver that's already been in the NFL and that has already kind of proven himself a little bit, and you know what you're getting out of receivers like a Phillip Dorsett and like a Robby Anderson, it really does suck that the Eagles really just cannot get a wide receiver to help Wentz, other than maybe possibly in the draft. Guys that I think that the Eagles should go after, again, I said it in a video a couple days ago, Brashad Perryman and Demarcus Robinson are definitely high up on my list. I heard rumors of, I can't even remember his name right now. He played on Devin Funchess. I heard rumors of that. I don't know how, possible that is. And I don't know if they would really go after a guy like Devin Funchess. But I definitely heard rumors of Brashad Perryman. It just depends on his asking price. So I'd be on the lookout for a guy like Brashad Perryman and a guy like Devin Funchess and Demarcus Robinson. Those are the type of guys that you're really going to be able to get at this point in free agency. And you really can't be mad at it, but you also wanted them to get a guy like, a top receiver in this league. They easily could have gotten DeAndre Hopkins. Easily. And I think Howie let this one really get through his hands. And I think it could really end up haunting the Eagles, especially if we don't get a top receiver in this draft, or if they turn out, bad. They just don't exceed expectations, or they don't even fulfill their expectations of what Eagles fans are giving a guy like Justin Jefferson and like Henry Ruggs III. So it just sucks. I really just can't even wrap my head around why the Eagles can't just get a wide receiver. We've gotten our defense ready. Our secondary is obviously a lot better than it was last season. But now we really need to focus on the offense, whether that's, offensive linemen that we still need or a wide receiver that we desperately need, because you're not going to have Alshon much longer. I cannot see Alshon Jeffrey being on this team for much longer. I just can't see it. In the top, I was going to go over the top 3 rounds of this year's draft, and I'm still going to do that. The Eagles have round 1, pick 21, round 2, pick 53, and round 3, pick 103, because they gave up pick 85 to the Lions for Darius Slay. I'm fine with the Darius Slay, give up. I'm fine with that. But you still need a receiver. We still do not have a receiver to help out Carson Wentz. And how is Carson Wentz going to perform without a wide receiver? It's just not possible. You had Deshaun last year, and he went out in the first week of the season, or in the first 2 weeks of the season. He didn't even play a snap. He played 3 snaps the rest of the year after week 1. He had 8 catches, 170-something yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, he had a great first game, and I understand that, but you cannot go off of one game from last season. He's a 33-year-old wide receiver who's obviously getting a lot slower, and, he really has not been able to stay on the field at all in the last couple seasons for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and for the Philadelphia Eagles last season. So what are the Eagles going to do? I just do not know. I think in the first 2 rounds we will draft wide receivers. I think if we stay at pick 21, we're going to get Justin Jefferson from LSU, who's not bad. We really don't know. I don't really know much about him. I know he's a very good receiver for what he is, and I've heard comparisons to Odell Beckham Jr., which, I would take an Odell Beckham Jr. any day of the week. And I think, and what I do think the Eagles are going to do, I do think they are going to trade up and try to get a guy like Henry Ruggs, who I think will work out beautifully in this offense. I think him and Wentz could really be a duo in this league, like a quarterback wide receiver duo. I really want them to get Henry Ruggs III. He's definitely a top 3 wide receiver in this draft. I think it's CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, and then Henry Ruggs. But with Jeudy and Lamb, I think is 1A, 1B. I really don't think whoever gets them can go wrong. And I've seen some mock drafts of us just picking Justin Jefferson outright. And I've also seen mock drafts of us getting CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy. I saw them both on CBS Sports. I saw on NBC Sports, I saw us getting Justin Jefferson, and also on CBS Sports, I saw us getting Justin Jefferson. I don't know how possible it is to get a guy like CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy. I do really believe that they are the best 2 wide receivers in this draft. And if we get either one of them, I think the Eagles will very, very, very well be on their way to working with Wentz and getting him different weapons. Because we have the running backs are not a problem. We have Scott, we have Sanders. The offensive line, some of the sides are a little messed up, but I don't think it's going to be too drastic. I think you can definitely draft a guy in round 3 or round whatever and get an offensive lineman. Round 1 and 2, though, I definitely think you're going to get a wide receiver, in the draft. Round 2, we had pick 53. I think we're going to get Jalen Reagor from TCU. He had a 4.47 40-yard dash. His stats, he had 148 receptions in 3 years, 2,248 yards, and 24 touchdowns. He's a 5'11 receiver. He's obviously fast. And, he also made some plays. He also took some plays out of the backfield. It's just so hard because you don't know what you're going to get out of a Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, and Henry Ruggs. And even Justin Jefferson and Mims. I don't really know where he's from, and I don't even know his first name, but I've heard a lot of good things about Mims. You know what you're going to get out of those guys, but you don't know what you're going to get out of a guy like Jalen Reagor. You just don't. He's kind of like a toss-up. Like, it could work, it could not work. He's like a JJ Arcega-Whiteside type of guy. Like, JJ Arcega-Whiteside was obviously a very bad pick from the looks of it. He didn't perform at all last season, and I'm pretty sure he was a 2nd-round pick, maybe 3rd-round pick. I know he was picked over DK Metcalf, which was awful, because look at what DK Metcalf did to us in the playoffs. He broke a record for rookie receiving yards in a playoff game against us. Obviously that is a big... he was drafted late 2nd round, early 1st round, and he absolutely tore us up twice last season. So, Howie Roseman really has not done a good job of drafting wide receivers in, the draft since he's been here. The only receiver that we've actually given an extension to since Howie Roseman has been drafting for us is Riley Cooper. So it goes to show you, what's going on in this, and how we really just can't draft good wide receivers, and that's going to kill us because of how good Carson Wentz is. You can't be good without a good wide receiver. You need at least one. You need at least one guy that you can trust to go get the football, to go make a play, and we don't have that right now because Alshon Jeffrey is not going to be on this team next season, and Deshaun Jackson is getting older. And I think in round 3, pick 1 of 3, I definitely think we're going to get an offensive lineman, whether that be a center for Jason Kelsey's replacement when, in a couple years, or, obviously a tackle or a guard on the left side. I think Dillard's going to start this year, and I heard some rumors about Jason Peters coming back if he's not picked up. I don't really think we will. We could. I could be completely wrong, but I really don't know what's going to happen. But I really just kind of wanted to get this video out. You know, Robby Anderson signs with the Panthers. Phillip Dorsett goes to Seattle. The Eagles are in desperate need of a wide receiver. And, you know, the draft is going to be a place where you definitely have to get at least 1, 2, or even 3 of them. So we'll just see what happens. The draft is in less than a month. So we'll just see. Thank you all for watching. We're at 217 subscribers. Let's hit that subscribe button. Let's hit 220 by the end of today. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.